Alright then. Welcome back to the dig, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. This is a turn for the books because we're actually in the room for this one.
What do you mean we're always in the room for these?
My audio quality says otherwise. So yeah, we're here to see the final trip in the dig, live and in living colour, on our big beautiful screen here.
Woo!
I may say it actually looks surprisingly well on a big HD screen.
It has aged well.
It has. So, how much do you remember from the last session?
We filled in the next bit of the Triforce there.
We have,
and
We went to a museum.
We did.
And we reincarnated a fossil. Or we used a fossil.
We resurrected a fossil, yes.
Yeah, to reincarnate a turtle.
Mm-hmm.
To feed Loch Ness Monster. We've got our buddy back from the dead, who's now gone on a Barry-like rampage.
Yes.
No, we don't know where he is. It's just like, oh yeah, I casually resurrected someone.
Well,
Seems like he's gone off for a walk.
Well, yeah. he has literally gone for a wander, and that's very, very concerning. Especially considering he seems smugger than normal. Mm-hmm. It's the best way you can describe Brink.
He's roided up, to be fair, and he's going to look for more roids.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, the space perks are really working out for him there. But this is if you remember the last time we moved the crystals up and down to bring power back to this spire.
Yeah.
So now that the tram is back working,
we're going to find out where it goes.
Exactly. Now I have to correct myself from the last session because I noticed when I was listening back to the edit. I remember about the underwater cave, that I said, and then you rightfully kind of called out that's a bit of a stretch to see in the cutscene. So it's actually in the control tower where we middled about with those crystals. Mm-hmm. If you look at the window on that side of the room, you will see the cave. So that's your prompt. So it's a lot more obvious than I was getting off there. So
right, okay, cool.
I've made amends for making this game seem more obtuse than it actually is.
Fairness, this is a game from 97, 98?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah. Actually, no, 95, I think.
95?
Yeah.
So, wouldn't even say it was like supposed to be put out in like 240 pixels. It was...
No, like this is meant to be like relatively scaled up. Like it's yeah. Like I said, they do this kind of thing with they compress the sprites based on the perspective, so it's all quite seamless in that sense. From 1995, yeah. So
it's an enormous moon.
Now you remember when we were in the planetarium and we were fucking about with the planets and moons?
Yes.
It's for that purpose there. So we're trying to basically form an eclipse and for the light to come through the kind of rock crevice there. So that's something we're going to fix now shortly. So we'll come back to that now that we have a reason to play around with that.
With my bare hands. It's half buried in dirt and rubble.
We need a spade.
So again, another big part of the all this adventuring is trying to figure out which, because now we know we're working with 5 spires. There's 5 locations around. We've established that one of them is a museum, the other is a planetarium. So we're trying to establish what the other ones actually are and why they're significant. So
could this be some sort of burial chamber?
So I think Boston kind of gave the game away early there. So this looks to be where people are buried.
What purpose?
Tombs.
I can't use these two things together. It won't do anything.
Apparently sticking your dick in it is not going to work.
Aww.
I know, I'm as just as disappointed as you are. It really is such a cruel and unforgiving world. So essentially the clue is kind of right in front of you there. Essentially, is that with the moon's not shining through the hole there, that rock kind of formation is kind of serving as basically a lens. So that's actually telling you what the crack is there. So basically, a pillar of light when the moons are aligned like that, and through the as essentially the rock lens, it will focus the light down onto where you want to go. And again, quite weirdly placed tomb for that exact purpose. So maybe it leads somewhere by design.
Just needs a little adjustment.
And yes, as tradition states, you have to set up re-establish the light bridge in this section. I think I told you before that like it's basically it is critical to the end of the game to have all 5 set up. Yeah. Can't remember how much trivia I've shared over the last few hours. So.
Hey.
And there we go, like magic. So
We have a fast travel back.
we do. So the reason I set that up, basically, I think if I remember correctly now, I'm gonna try and basically fix the moons back in the planetarium spire, so I can now basically go over the light bridge back to that spire, having to instead of using the trams again.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier. But so yeah, I have all the spires there, so it's all stuff I need. So next time I'm in that part of the world, I can fix it. But obviously, because the light isn't shining on the position itself, it's the area means nothing to us.
Yes.
So. Good old Boston.
Again, just like things like that just makes me glad this isn't a King's Quest version of trying to walk towards the camera.
Oh,
and
I know,
perspective.
Like that's the joy of these games, that they are extremely forgiving. Because let's be fair, like, the challenge is in the puzzles themselves.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be a dick and
Give you the
ruin your day.
pointless deaths.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't ever recall playing a LucasArts game that actually has a death in it. Like it is actually part of the design of the games that you don't have those cheap Sierra deaths in it. You know, basically you're denied progress if you don't solve the puzzle, and I think that's a totally fair system. Like. So there we go.
Aha.
So now that we have the clips forming, you can see that there's obvious ripples happening there. So whatever we've done, we've improved the situation.
Yeah.
Had you done that before getting the puzzle scene, would it have done those changes?
It would have, yeah. Now, like I said, I think in the last session, I think it was quite evident that, like, I was doing it ahead of time, because what you'd see is you'll see the moons there. You might see the cave the drawing on the rock there, and think, okay, I might have to, go back then and fix it. But it's also trying to put the two things together to realize, okay, by forming an eclipse, you're basically focusing the light onto that area. So if anything, I think the two light sources are the clue there. The two moons, I should say. Now, I took a cut here because I made a slight mistake in the playthrough, and that was to remove a crystal unnecessarily.
Oh.
Basically, I misremembered. I thought you had to reuse one of the blue crystals.
Okay.
That were used to power the spires, but no. In actuality, I just had to take this crystal bit out from the picker that was in this nexus here. So that was my mistake. So I cut it out, and we may never speak of this again.
That's it. Speak of what again?
Exactly. Never happened. It's a total fabrication.
Yeah.
Again, I love the idea that this entire society travels by orb.
Orb.
Like we don't even know what the aliens look like.
Yeah.
Like the best we have is a bit of a cave draw, like a doodle in a museum.
Yeah.
But like, if they're not even remotely orb shaped, that raises even further questions.
Well, I mean, would you get into a human-shaped bus?
I say if Elon Musk had his way, he'd try. And he'd make some sort of joke of like, lol, I'm inside you, and no one would applaud.
Yeah.
And then he'd storm off in a huff because no one applauded.
Yes. Storm off in a huff some ketamine, the cycle repeats.
Give off to San Francisco's too much regulation.
Yep. Try and upset the European economy, the usual shit. God, he's an asshole. I know this is not news to anybody, but we really do hate Elon Musk on this channel.
Follow us on Monday Madness on X.
Oh, well, that X account has been deactivated long ago, my friend. Especially since they gave us a day ban for putting up a thread of videos we've done. It's like, hey, look, everybody, here's our weekly recap of videos. Yeah, this is spam. It's like, I'll fucking show you what spam, sir.
That got flagged for spam, and
and yeah, all of his shit isn't.
Yeah. Cool.
So there we go. So now we've that was the blue crystal I took from the picker.
Yeah.
Goes in there.
Oh.
Stone is loose.
And essentially, what's happened there, now that the place is lit, we can see that stone is
Some sort of trick.
is pressure sensitive.
Yeah.
And that opens up the roof.
Roof.
Yeah. Now, folks, I'm sure this is no news to anybody, but if you have a pressure-sensitive stone, what's the best thing to do?
Put pressure on it.
Find something heavy and put it on it.
The moon.
The larger
Yes, let me just pick up the moon.
Look out for Majora's Mask being played by us next.
Jesus, yeah, actually, wouldn't be too far off it. Although, in fairness, we still got like on that series, we got like 2 more games to go through. Technically 3. We still have to finish Black Mesa. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. At time of recording, I should clarify. A lot of these videos are going to be in a time vacuum. It's like, boy, man, that Black Mesa, what a game, huh? Remember when the guy did the thing and blew up?
Sure hope there are sure hope there's no testicle spiders.
What an oddly specific thing to say.
Meat shield.
Oh, he told you a meat shield, is he?
It accidentally came up on our car link auto thing, and it's like, you've got a text from Human Meat Shield. And I was like,
Meat Shield Memorial.
Yeah. What?
Oh, it reminds me of the time where like so Aaron and Amy have been friends for longer than they have been in the group.
Yeah.
But so they have their own level of communication. But basically, Amy has Cork Aaron saved in her phone as meme whore, and that doesn't require any more conversation than that.
I probably know Miles longer than I know Dragon.
Yes.
Yet I got Dragon's number first, so I have Dragon saved as Dragon.
Yes.
And then I have Miles saved as not Dragon.
Hey! We found him!
United and it feels so good. Oh, no.
It's only, how did you get here? The trams weren't set up.
I don't have time for interruptions. In other words, you want me to go away. Those are the right words. Go away.
Huh. So he's doing well. He's thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we kill him again and use him for the pressure pad?
Human stone weight.
You know, I'm shocked to see that never was an option, to be honest.
Is he engraving?
I'm not sure. At this moment in time, we're not sure what he's doing.
He's like inscribing in Brink was ear.
Biggest dickus.
What's the project you're working on here? You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it. Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not
Like he's the main character for a reason. He is literally doing everything in the room.
Brink, I'm worried about your health. Don't be. I've never felt better. Your behavior isn't rational.
See, when you say that,
What do
it makes you
know
sound
about
weird.
my behavior? What do you know about my rationality? No one has ever been healthier or more rational than I am right now.
I've definitely heard that line before recently at a rally.
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm doing great. I've taken some live crystals. They absorbed into me.
I've never felt better. But we're just... I am fine.
Maybe the life crystals is what that kind of alien, that fucking like immuno cocktail he had when he had COVID.
Oh god.
Just
yeah.
cracked open a life crystal on him, and now suddenly he's alive for another 50 years. I'm now 105. You have to help me. Kill me, please.
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use. What about their effect on sanity? These life crystals
Who
are the
needs
most
sanity when you've got
important
17
technology
PhDs?
Ever created. They are the answer to everything. These light bridges link this.
I mean, a lot of people thought the same about heroin back in the day, didn't they? So, you know,
I'm so
we can see where we're going with here. This is basically space fentanyl, is the best way to
Yeah.
describe this.
Look, he's thriving.
He
He was in a bad way before.
Maybe we can go home.
I mean, yeah, bad way is death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth,
Okay, yeah, so he's a bit of an improvement on
friends,
death.
Yeah.
Food. You're doing
I
very
mean,
well,
most
Commander.
things are an improvement on
By all
death.
means.
Yeah. So-
So find the rest of the metal plates.
Yeah, you're right. We're being the asshole here, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Go now.
Sorry. Marvelous
I don't know
science.
what you're doing right now, Brink, but those ghosts had things they wanted us to do, and we need to get home. And you're not doing either one. What I'm doing is more important. But I'll never accomplish anything while I have incessant interruptions.
Okay, Brink, we've exercised all our conversation topics. We're going to leave now.
Used to shovel on him.
Badly deteriorated.
They just bonk him. It's like, boom.
Yeah.
But he does seem to be working on what looks to be like an old machine, according to Boston. So
I just see him crouch behind a rock. So
yeah. We'll check in with Brink later and see how he gets on.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's so brilliant. He'll have it fixed in a matter of minutes, a matter of hours. That's actually true, by the way. He works stupidly fast. Again, must be all those life crystals.
Right. So do we have a rock that we can? Oh, what?
So yeah, I think I do need to find something that is going to be heavy enough to trip the stone.
You have a jawbone. That doesn't work.
I tried the jawbone and it wasn't successful. So I think I do actually need to find something heavy. Now, in fairness, like the other rod that we got in the cave, that I don't think we've used that yet. So I think we'll try out that fourth spire first and see where it leads us. Because bear in mind as well now, so that's the fourth rod is for the green door, I think, and then that other we suspected then the quad force there is going to open the fifth door, so it'll probably check out for both of them anyway. Again, the toughest part is actually trying to figure out which colour the doors are sometimes. But
Yeah.
Wonder what that's like.
yeah, I mean,
It's not clear. In fairness,
Yeah.
for us non-colorblind people, it's not clear.
for us people that have normal eyes. and like I said, like it's not like pointedly obvious. It kind of leans more to just trying each door with the combination and see which one hits.
Yeah.
Like you probably might argue that's a bit more kind of inducive to being on an alien planet and not figuring out shit. But I don't know. That is a total conceit on my side. And really, I think it's only the green door that actually doesn't look like the shade it should be.
Yeah.
You know, everything else you could actually kind of justifiably say is the right color. And I think I made a slight mistake here. I think with the.
I can't use these two things together.
Coward.
Yeah, I think I've noticed my mistake there on the tape.
Yeah.
I think I picked the wrong shape on that door.
Yeah.
So I think I'll notice now in a couple of moments' time. But I think I'm pretty much just confirming that all the other doors are closed. But yeah, and like I said, like this is the kind of the core pit of just getting everything working together.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, this is a fun bit, by the way. If you come back out here.
Oh.
So, that is your kind of your cue to basically it's basically explaining why you're setting the light bridges to begin with.
Okay.
It's radiating
So,
energy.
what's happened? There's basically a central shape in the middle, almost like it's hanging above the structure, and by setting up the bridges, you're basically like sorting out all the other ways to go there. And yeah, that's essentially the crack of the. So if you go out through the out to the entrance there where your spacesuits are, that's kind of like a visual cue to say, okay, like this is your way out.
Yeah.
It's almost like the ship coming back to find you. Because bear in mind, the ship that brought us here was the same shape. So you could argue that maybe it's the space being it's the ship being parked up.